All right, so check it out. We got some solid panels in here and I'm super excited about it. We're gonna go through this in today's video, but first we have a few things that we need to discuss. Yo, what is up everybody? Welcome back to Joe's Garage for another episode of Subaru Saturday. The very first thing we're doing in today's video is going to be announcing the winner of the first set of wireless earbuds. So let's just jump right into that clip of my son pulling the name out of the hat so we can find out who the winner is. I know you've all been waiting, but let's get right to it. All right, it's time to pick the name out of the hat. We have my absolutely favorite hat here, the Cleveland Cavaliers, and I'm gonna show you guys all of the entries really quickly. Here, Joey, hold the hat for me, buddy, okay? And let's see if I can do this. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, so there's 9 names in the hat. Yeah. We got little Joey, say hello.
Hi.
Today's Joey's birthday, he just turned 8. And I'm gonna shake this up, kind of mix them up. Oh, no. We lost 2. Hold on, we'll throw them back in. Throw them in here, buddy. Throw them in. Okay, I'll mix them up. Let me stand up the camera, it'll be a little easier. Okay, I'm just gonna mix these up. Joey doesn't see him. He has no clue who he's picking.
I don't see him. I'm gonna go to a different room.
Okay, he's going to the different room. We got these all mixed up. We had 9 people enter. You have to email in order to win. I know a lot of you subbed, but I have to get the email in order for you guys to win. All right, so we're nice and mixed up. I'm gonna grab Joey and he's gonna pick the name out of the hat. All right, ready? All right, don't look. All right, just one. All right, pull it and read it. Who is it? Come on, you gotta read it. Who is it? All right, get hype. Get hype. It's Elon. Yeah! It's Elon. Oh my gosh. Hey, Elon, bro, you're our very first winner for the giveaway. Let's go. Yo, let's see it right here, Elon. Wow, so cool. Hey, you know what? So there you have it. That was 9 entries, and we have 3 more to give away. So you have really high odds to win a set of these earbuds if you want the chance to. Say happy birthday to my wife, Katie. She's over here. There's my daughter, Sophia. Joey's super pumped. That was awesome, guys. Elad, you're a really special guy. I really appreciate all your support, man, and I'm happy that you were our first winner. So next week, we're going to do the exact same thing. Joey's going to pick another name out of the hat. All right, guys, let's get right into today's video. Thanks for watching. Alright, so now we have our very first winner of the wireless earbuds, and I just want to go through what I need you to do in order to participate in winning a set of these earbuds in today's video. Last week, in order to enter, I had you guys do 4 things. That was like the video, comment how many subscribers you think I'd have by 2026, be sub to my channel, and email me at joesgarage.yt@gmail.com. I'll put that right here and in the description below. This week, very similar, but instead of commenting how many subs you think I'll have by 2026, I would like you guys to say happy birthday little Joey and happy birthday Katie. Their birthdays are the 13th and the 14th. That is Friday and Saturday. The day this premieres is my wife's birthday. So if you guys could all say happy birthday, that'd be really special. And that's how you enter for this week's wireless earbuds giveaway. Now, if you emailed me last week, I'll try and use your email to match the comment if you're doing the giveaway again. This way you don't have to email me twice. If you want to email me twice, it's easier to clear it up that way for me, but I can make it work if you don't. If you're new to the giveaway, you have to email me in order to win a set of the wireless earbuds. I had a ton of people subscribe through the last video, but not everybody went to my email and sent me, what I needed you guys to do. So in order to do that, just make sure you email me if you want a chance to win these. You have to do all 4 things. Thumbs up, be sub to the channel, make sure to comment happy birthday Joey, happy birthday Katie, and then email me your YouTube handle and your comment so I know that it matched up with everything. And that's all you have to do in order to win a set of these wireless earbuds. I have 3 more to give away. That's 2 including this set, so 3 total. And I'm really excited for it. It's going really well, and I'm curious to see who's gonna win this next set. So let's go ahead and get that done for me right now, and we'll just jump right into the work on the 2.5RS. All right, now right here are the welds that I am talking about. Just take a peek at that. I know it's not perfect, but this is so much cleaner and better. All the way down, I have the whole thing attached now. Let's get the rest of this rocker structure put back together, the pinch weld, so that we can actually make some progress on this piece of the car. Alright, so this could have easily been overkill, but I'm still practicing welding. This is nothing that'll be seen, and I really wanted it to be really sealed up. But check it out, the welds are getting so much better. And I did blow through here a couple times, so I kind of went up there, and up there, up top, there was a bunch of that really weak, rusted out original metal. But for the most part, this is completely sealed. It's pretty hot. No, it's not that hot. It is so solid now, it's absolutely crazy. I know that I warped this a little bit, but we'll straighten it out. But this is seriously so solid after I put them together and seamed it all up. So I'm really pumped with how the welds are starting to come out and what that looks like. I'm just gonna grab the spray, get it in there as deep as I can, coat everything really nicely, because this is probably never gonna be opened up again after I get it nice and sprayed and sealed up. Alright guys, so instead of a question of the video, because I already have everybody commenting for the giveaway, there's something else I wanted to do, is just tell you guys a really quick story. I was riding around with my dad the other day and this came up, and I just thought that you guys might enjoy this story because it's car related and it's one of a million that I have throughout the years of things that I've done with cars. We were at a gas station in our F250 and it's a petrol motor. It runs off, gasoline, but it keeps stalling on us. And when we got to the gas pump, we turned it off because it just idles rough. And I say to my dad then, I said, man, I never turn the cars off when I'm at the fuel pump. And a lot of people have mixed feelings about that, but for me, I have a really solid reason why. One day, years ago, I was towing a car on a dolly. It was a Dakota truck with a 6-cylinder single cab on a dolly. It was rear-wheel drive on a dolly, okay? And it was on the back of my diesel F250. It was a 6.0 Power Stroke. And I pulled up to the Pilot, that's the closest gas station or fueling station near the shop. And when I got there, I shut it off and I filled up with diesel and threw some fuel in the Dakota also, I believe. And I shut it off and I filled up the diesel with fuel. And when I hopped back in the truck to start it, it wouldn't start. It absolutely wouldn't start. There was nothing happening. The key wouldn't turn the starter over, and the truck had been so reliable. So I wasn't really sure what was going on. Now, the interesting part of this story is that my mom, dad, family, everybody was in Florida, in St. Petersburg. I was home alone, and really I only had a few contacts that were gonna be able to help me, and nobody could come through. So here I am at the gas pump, right? I have my F250 cab and a half with a dolly and a single cab truck on the back, and I had no clue what I was gonna do because I was pretty certain that the starter was dead. So I had a set of tools on me and I rolled under the F250 with a screwdriver and I bumped the starter with the solenoids to see if maybe I could free it up, and unfortunately it would just spin, it wouldn't plunge, and that led me to believe, shoot, it's definitely the starter. I mean, the truck had started for years. If you've ever had issues with starters, you know they can get funky, they can get freeze up, or they just stop working, wires get corroded, you know, you never know. But it was dead, and I had nothing I could do about it. So I ran into the pilot, I grabbed the manager, I said, hey, listen, my truck just died at your fuel pump. Is there any possible way I can leave my F-250 here, take the Dakota that's on the dolly, run, get a starter, and come back and try and fix it? And they were like, you know what, absolutely, let's just leave the truck here. I said, by the end of the day, I'll be out of here, and if I can't get it fixed, I'll just tow the truck. I'll go and get somebody to tow it for me. So it was a mess because obviously the truck was there, the 250 with the dolly on the back, but what I did was pulled the Dakota off the dolly because it was a solid truck, and I ran out to a local place that rebuilds starters, and they had one in stock. So I got a starter that was rebuilt, brought it to the fueling station, and under the truck I just went to it. I had a box of, like a Craftsman box of tools, and I wrenched on it the best I possibly could. It was difficult. Those F-250s are sandwiched in the frames because the diesel motor's so big, there's not much space for it. And I have, honestly, to this day, I have zero clue how I got that starter down. And I was able to get the rebuilt starter in, started the truck, and I was able to get out of there maybe before the end of the day even. It only took a few hours because the starter joint where I got the starter was only, you know, 10 minutes up the road. So I guess the moral of the story is I never turn off my cars at the fuel pump because it's happened to me before where I turned it off and then I was stranded. And that was like a very odd situation because I had the dolly on, you know, the F-250 with the truck on the back. I had to get the Dakota somewhere to be dropped off. I was selling the truck. So yeah, that was a super interesting story. And the only reason I'm telling you guys this, I know that was a little longer than expected, but you know, I was just with my dad at the Pilot and we were literally at the same fuel pump and we turned our F-250 off. I was like, dude, I'll never do that, man, because what if the truck dies? You're stuck. It's terrible. I was lucky because I had the Dakota. Obviously, I was able to pull it down and go drive away and get a starter. But, you know, in any other case, you're probably getting towed out of there because unless you have somebody to bring you a starter or come pick you up, you're probably sunk. So that's my story for this video. I have millions of stories like this. Believe it or not, I have 100 stories like that about cars and other things too, but I thought that was a good one just because, you know, like I said, I was at the fueling station with my dad just yesterday and I really wanted to tell you guys that story. Previously, I know my man Peter had said, hey, why don't you tell some more stories in the videos, and there you have it. That was a solid story, and we're just gonna cut right back to the work now. I hope that everybody enjoyed that and I didn't waste too much of your time. You know, I love to tell stories. I've said that in the past, but that's it. Let's get back to work on the 2.5RS. Thanks for listening. Make sure to participate in the wireless earbud giveaway. I'd really appreciate that. And make sure to give me a thumbs up on this video. Sub if you're new, and let's get back to work. check, see how this looks first. But we got a lot to bend. So, we have another really clean welded in panel. It's very, very solid. It's very solid. I'm pumped. This is very nice. You can see before the structure only came down to the pinch here, and you know, that was really solid. Obviously it worked for the car OEM, but I'm like really reinforcing it because I put this first piece in, and now I put this piece in, which stretches all the way down to the pinch weld no matter what. Really quickly before I leave, I am gonna coat this up with some of the you know, just normal spray that'll stop rust, none of the rust converter or the, you know, weld through primer, just normal spray. That's what I was using in here after I used the rust converter. It just really caps off anything and seals it up. So I could use the zinc on this, but I really don't need to. This is solid. I cleaned the metal, I sprayed the backside, so everything here is really clean, rust free. Just gonna go ahead and spray it up, and then we're gonna go home for tonight. But overall, guys, I am super happy with the results on this right now, and I'm feeling very motivated again. I'm super happy that we're making some more progress, and we're gonna get this rocker finished for this video. All right. That's sealed up. Not gonna have to worry about that one bit. It's time to check out for tonight, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Okay, so one thing I wanna say very quickly about last week's video, and it has nothing to do with the giveaway or the work I did on the car. I was really busy and I wasn't able to get to the car so much. I just really had a rough week, and after I posted the video, we had a lot of things going on. You know, it's the holiday season and I have birthdays coming up, and you seem to all understand that and have said it in the comments, but this is regarding the comments. I didn't respond to pretty much any of them, and I feel terrible about that, but it was just so difficult for me to do the work that I was doing throughout the week. We went and got our Christmas tree. We were decorating for Christmas. I'm gonna show you guys a little clip of what I've been working on at the home. I just built my son a brand new bedroom so, you know, we can move him around the house. For his birthday, we got some really cool things, and, you know, I think Santa's gonna be bringing him some awesome stuff too. So, you know, he needed a new bedroom, and I was working on that every single day. On top of that, he had a choir concert. My man absolutely killed it. He was the #1 guy on stage, and it was like the coolest thing ever. So as you can see, I was super busy and just distracted, and I kind of took a step away from social media just for the week. I mean, I didn't look at Instagram, I didn't touch TikTok, I hardly opened my YouTube studio, which is just not like me. Usually I am so involved with the comments, and I always respond to everything that everybody says. It's just not like me to not respond, but sometimes you just need a break. and just not to dive into the analytics and see, you know, how many views did I get today? What was my watch hours? How many people watched the video? It felt good to not overly watch that for just a week. And now going forward, I'm gonna be back at it. It's gonna get a little slower here again for me, because now that my son's and wife's birthday is over, I'm able to just like kind of focus a little better. I just always get distracted this time of year, and the cold doesn't help. I'll tell you what, guys, it really brings me down when it starts to get so dark so early and so cold out here. I mean, it's just not the same as it is when, you know, it's 60 degrees or summertime when you could be out here doing anything you want at any time of the day. So yeah, I just wanted to say that because I hope that nobody takes it personally. I always comment back. I think all of you that follow the channel know that. And I just wanted to apologize for not commenting back on last week's video. I really want to talk about, you know, I asked last week what everybody does for a living, and I really want to get to that. But I was just pointing it out that I will get to that this week and let you guys know I'm gonna comment and respond to everything that you guys say. I just was having a really off week. So I hope you guys understand. We're gonna get back into the work on the 2.5RS. I'm gonna show you guys a little bit about what we did and just, you know, work through it. And thanks for watching. All right, while we're waiting for some paint to dry, I just want to point out, I'm sick of using the rusty metal because I have to clean it every time. So I did get these pieces. This is the back of the wheel arch for a trailer, and those wheel arches are obviously what we bought for my wheel arches. But the thing is, I'm not going to need this metal, very solid stuff. And you know, it kind of was a 2-for-1 because I don't really need it for the actual reason I bought those. So we're actually using it just for whatever I need right now. And I'm gonna pick up some more clean metal. It's just so much easier when you're working with clean metal rather than the rusty stuff. So that's why I'm using this, because it speeds up the process. As this dries, we're gonna go ahead and make these 2 pieces and have them ready to go. So when this is all dried up, we can weld them in. But it's so cold. It is by far the coldest day of the year so far. And I don't know if you can see, I mean, I've been out here for a while and it's not warming up. I think it said like 14 degrees or 15 degrees. Oh wow, check it out. 15 degrees. So yeah, it's pretty cold out here tonight. It's taking a little longer for that to dry, even though I did heat it up and everything. That's all right, I'm not too worried about it. I'm gonna let that sit for a little bit and work around it. But we're gonna cut this piece so I have it all ready to go and probably start making some bends here. And it's so much easier to work with this thicker metal and clean metal. I swear when I was cutting this, it was so much easier than when I'm using the panel that's so flimsy. I know that might sound funny, but this just cuts so much better. So I'm gonna cut that last piece that I need out of this, and then we'll go from there. I'm trying to find a spot where I don't waste the most metal. About it. Go see how it fits. My paint is finally dry to touch, and we're gonna start making these 2 pieces to close up this rocker panel support. So what I'm gonna do is get this piece mocked up. I'll show you guys right now. Make some bends and then we'll tack it in. I'll do the same for this one, and we'll just tack them both in and then weld the whole thing all at once. So my game plan for this one, because there's kind of a seat back here, and I like that better than welding right to it because this is very thin. I would like to get this behind it. It can seam with this one, no problem. But if we're behind it here, what we can do is seat it in there. And I think it'll work really well because then I can weld it right to this piece from, you know, the way it's seated. It'll really reinforce this, and then it can come straight down to the metal here. I like that better. This was very solid, just hitting it with the seams. And this side, there's actually this bracket here that it'll seam up to perfectly, but this side has got more of a thinner piece. It's kind of extended just because the way I cut it. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna make the bend, so this will go up. In order to get this in place where I want it, we need to make the bend right across here. I still have no clue what I'm doing. Kind of just doing my best as I go. Kind of a straight line right there to bend it. That might be it. All right, we're gonna do this one more time, but I'm just gonna take it and I'll bend it. That is almost perfect. Yeah, I think I could just hammer this after I get it set. That's what we're gonna do. Alright, so you can see we have it lined up here the way I wanted to. I had to pound it into place and it kind of matches this one pretty cleanly. I think the crease is a little sharper here, but that's okay. It's gonna be sealed up nice. I did miss a few spots with my tacking, and I don't know if I love this as much, but we're gonna knock that down and make it a little bit cleaner. Let's just go ahead and get this piece in, because I'm not sure how much I'm actually gonna be able to get done, and I just wanna get this piece in before we have to quit for sure. Now I gotta go ahead and smash it up and make this piece. It's very similar to the other one. We're gonna put the clean side up. It's a very nice and clean cut up top. This one should be much easier. It's just a simple fold. You can see that top line is gonna weld nice and clean. Then the bottom is just kind of all over the place, but that's okay. We're gonna go ahead and just see what we can do with this. All right, so check it out before I spray this up. These welds were coming out really, really clean. I did have some troubles in places like this where the gap was a little larger, and here, because it was just such thin metal in between, that's where I said I was gonna have that issue, and I laid the new piece behind it. That looks terrible, absolutely terrible. I might even knock that down. You'll never see this though, but as I'm practicing getting better, just check these out right here. These are perfect welds. It's hard to focus this camera, or I just can't tell on the mini screen if it's focused, but these welds right here are exactly what you want. They're like little pools, dime stacks, a little uneven, but it's getting so much better. And it started over here. I just started laying it down really cleanly, you know, with my circle pattern, and a few spots over here. You can see like right here when I made it a large one. But sometimes I just bump into something, or with the spot weld specifically, when I tack it on, I mean the tack welds, when I ever tack it on and then I bump that with the welder, you know, the gun, the wire, it kind of like makes me stumble, and then I kind of screw it up. But just look how clean this one went the whole way. That was sick. I got those welds down pretty nice and pat. I'm gonna show you guys just how solid this is too. I mean, there is absolutely zero play. Now, if you guys remember, this metal wasn't very thick, but I cannot bend this at all. It is so solid, it's insane. And I'm pretty pumped about that. I was pretty certain I was gonna put another piece in here to really reinforce it, but I'm just not sure yet. And I'm pretty confident that I'm just gonna trim this down. I just haven't decided exactly what I'm gonna do. I could even fold this up to weld the rocker to that. I haven't decided yet, but this is all we're getting done in this video because I have to get home. It's another late night, and it takes so much time. Like, I really thought I'd be able to get more done, but I swear this takes so much more time than I'd think, just to make these little panels alone and then get them welded in. The welding takes a good solid chunk of time too. Every little bit of this just takes so much time, and you guys already know that, but I'm okay with these results because this is so solid. I mean, this is even way more solid than it was when we started, so that's awesome. And when I do put the actual rocker over this, it's gonna be the most solid pinch weld there ever was. I did even have the plastic piece out to see how it was gonna fit, but I couldn't use it because of this piece. So next week what we're gonna do is, obviously, I have to get the front done before I could do the full rocker. I'd love to provide that for you guys, but we're gonna get the rest of this piece in right here, and in order to do that, I have to, you know, trim some of this back here. That's gonna cause some issues because I just wanna make this part as clean as possible, and it's a couple different pieces in order to do so. And then we're gonna work on that T-frame plate that I was gonna show you guys and build that this week, but I am still thinking about how I'm gonna do that. I am pretty confident about that step, but that's gonna take just as much time as these two did, and just to do that piece, so we're skipping that for this week. And that's all I have, but just check that out. The pinch weld's gonna be extremely solid. There's zero rust in there. We are gonna spray this up really quick before I wrap it up, but I just really wanted to show you guys these welds right here before I finish this video, because obviously just take a peek at that, man. It is beautiful. So yeah, I'm pumped. I'm really pumped about this. I think that came out really, really nice. And I'm just gonna zinc spray it for now, just because I don't want to spray it black quite yet. This is really, really great. Everything is so solid. This is exactly what I was looking for. I don't know if I need the holes in there like it was. There should be no drainage. Everything's gonna be sealed. So I'm not too sure what those holes were for initially. Let me show you guys. I know you know what I'm talking about. These holes right here, they would have been in between each one. But I brought this, see, this is where it originally came down. I brought it all the way down to the bottom of the pinch. This is just gonna be so solid, it's gonna be insane. And I probably did way overkill here, but I'm really practicing my welding while I'm down here. That's one thing I'm doing, and making patch panels, because obviously there's gonna be some places where it actually matters. But I'm so excited to get up to that wheel arch and do that. I have a few ideas of how we're gonna fix that, and I'm pumped about it. So I'm gonna go ahead and spray this up, and that's where we're wrapping up this week's Subaru Saturday. Make sure to say happy birthday to Katie, that's my wife, and happy birthday to little Joey in the comment section, so I can show them that and show you guys how much show them how much you guys actually support my channel, because I've been telling them all about it. I mean, my son already knows, he watches all the videos and tries to comment, but my wife too. I think it'd be really cool if you guys wish them a happy birthday and I could show them like, hey, look, I got everybody to say happy birthday. But thanks for watching, guys. That's it for this week. I hope you enjoyed the video. I know we didn't get too much done here, but we did announce that first winner, and we're gonna have a new winner in next week's video. So make sure to do those few things I asked you to do in order to get a set of wireless earbuds. That was super awesome, super cool. I cannot wait to see who wins the next set and if more people will be involved in this giveaway than last week. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next Subaru Saturday. Peace out.